Hiya, it's Jason from Jason's Jungle. Now as you can see, these tatties are, well, keeling over, they're dying off. I don't know what type they are, they're just basically whatever was in the potato bucket that was starting to grow, so I just planted them all out. Well, it seems that they're all starting to die. I mean, they're probably mixed types, but I'll dig them all up today and see what I've got. I'm not expecting much, they haven't been in too long, but I've got things I can put into here next week, and I'll see what I get. As I said, I didn't buy anything. They were just what was going to seed in the potato bin. So it's a free crop. Anything's better than out. This is the haul from that. Not too bad, I suppose. Yeah, a lot better than I expected. Reasonably clean. Can't see scab on them. Maybe there's a little bit here and there on one or two of them. But yeah, that one looks like it's got a little bit of scab. Soil was quite dry. I expected a bit more. A lot drier than the other bed. A lot more thicker, harder to dig through with my hands. Hence you saw us using the trowel, the fork a couple of times. But you get some small ones, you know, and you get some reasonable sized ones. All be eaten, all look good. Now, I don't know what variety this is, but as you can see, it's sort of white potato with red blotches on it. If anyone can tell us what variety it is, I would appreciate it, because these were just shop bought. I think they were from Asda, and as I said, we just threw them in because they were grown. So I'm off to hoe everything into the compost, and hope you enjoyed this. I'll just pop a couple of bits up from some of the bits on the site, and I'll do a voiceover for them. Just some pictures I took earlier, and I hope you enjoyed them. Okay, see you later. The mosquito net on the cherries can come off because I've harvested all the cherries, and this was to stop the birds. Now I got 6 ounces. Now that's not much, but it is a single cordon, and 6 ounces of my own fruit is far better than absolutely nothing. So I'm chuffed with it. The apples are going okay, and like all the other fruit trees are in need of a summer prune, which has us dreading, because this time last year I'd done a summer prune on my trees, and I put me back out, and it was out for a couple of months, which is one of the reasons why the garden just went to rack and ruin. But I'll be getting on with this, and hopefully I'll have a nice crop of apples, and I'll get the trees in better shape for producing more apples next year. The currant bushes have performed outstandingly this year, but now they are in dire need of pruning and thinning back, so I can get in there and to improve their performance over the next few years. I've already given a prune to the grapevine, and I'll probably have to give it another one in a little while, but it is romping away, doing well. Grapes are all over the place. I've hacked off about 2/3 of the grapes, and there's still lots on it, and they are swelling up. Small bunches, but nice. Having pruned out all the old wood and the stuff that's fruited during the summer, my raspberries are now looking tidy. They're all getting loads of flowers on them, and pretty soon we should be looking forward to the autumn harvest of raspberries. These are the Joan Jays, but the Tulamines are also doing the same. So that's another raspberry glut that's hopefully on its way. The Badminton Leagues, their bulbils are now growing quite nice and fat, and pretty soon hopefully they'll be ready to pop off, and I can then put them into little planters, start them off, and then transfer them back into the bed. There's still a little bit to go because you can see they're quite green, they haven't dried off yet, and I've got 3-4 heads of these, which should give me quite a few new plants to start up for popping into the patch and growing on. So that's a task that will be probably done the end of September. Sandleek is another allium that produces these bulbous top sets. It's also known as rocambole or serpent garlic, but the ones that you've heard are called rocambole or serpent garlic aren't this one. Those are actually a proper hardneck garlic, rather than these which are an actual wild leek. These sets are ready. In fact, I'm going to be harvesting them. I have harvested them, and I'll be planting them out into tubs. As you can see, they were all ready to drop the dried stems, and these will be planted up, and the roots of these, the bulbs, are very small, tiny bulbs that split into 2 or 3 cloves and can then be split up and replanted. The shallots were put in late at the beginning of June, and they've still got quite a bit of growing to do, but there's still quite a lot of green. Just the tips are starting to brown now, so hopefully before they decide that they're ready to come out, they will grow a bit more and will swell up and give me at least some bulbs that I can use this year. Buckwheat, which was sown at the beginning of July, is romping away strong, as you can see. I've underplanted this with beans, and this buckwheat is almost ready to come out. A few days, and that'll be a lot of biomass that will go onto the compost and will then basically start feeding the system. But it's tremendous cover in such a short time. It's definitely a good manure to use. The perennial Daubenton's kale is going from strength to strength. It's massive. It's swamping out virtually everything else in the bed apart from the Scots lovage, and loads of absolutely gorgeous leaves. This ochre bed is a volunteer ochre bed. Didn't plant anything in it apart from last year. These have come back really strong. It's been weeded, so you can see now how well the ochre plants are doing, and there's a couple of volunteers in a couple of other beds, but this is going to give me a decent harvest. My courgettes are starting to produce. Hurrah! 5 off today. I've had another 5 off of them, 2 plants over the last few days, the last week, and loads of flowers on them. Yeah, so these will be starting my, well, hopefully glut of courgettes coming up soon. Okay, let's see how much we've got. So I've got my scales with a bucket on it, and I'll just set this to 0. And now I've got my spuds. Oh. Now these actually went in, must have been beginning of June, because I didn't go back down to the plot till the 24th of March, no, of May, and I hadn't planted them then. I planted them about a week or so later, so it's beginning of June, which means that I only had June and July to grow, so 60 days to get this, which is not too bad. Now I'm looking at the colours with the white spuds and the pink blotches, and I'm wondering if these could be kestrel, but I'm not too sure. So if you think these might be kestrel, let me have a, put a comment down below and let me have an idea about what you think these are. So I'm just going to start popping these in here. Was that on 0? Yeah. At least I think it was. Hard to see at this angle. And let's see, we are now up to, yay, 11.5 pounds. Or just over 5 kilograms. That's not too bad for nothing. Like I said, they went in about 60 days ago. They were potatoes that just happened to be chicken in the potato box, and they were put in the bed and nothing done to the bed, nothing done to the spuds. They were just left to grow, maybe watered twice, and well, something for nothing's always good. So I'll see you in the next video. Ta-ra.